Alrighty, welcome in everybody and welcome to the stream. I am your host, Funya, and today we're going to be getting into some Once Human. What are you doing? Yeah, and then what? No, your toy's charging, dude. There ain't nothing I can do about it. You're weighing it out. What? Man, can I help you, sir? You're being extra today. What are we being so extra? What? You want the button? You want the belly rub? Mm, 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 mm. Oh, what? Oh, the loving pet. The what? What? Purr, 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 purr. Terrible people. Whatever you deal with these humans. Oh. Ah. Oh. Anyway, good morning. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. And we'll get to it. Yeah, I guess. The good question is, what all still needs to be done? I know I got to finish up those. The 260 more points. Bion Pro. 20 drifts. We could do that. Plasma missiles. I think is out. The missiles. Will they take a nap? Then launch the missile. Meow meow. Meow meow. Well, what? Ah, some people's cats. You know what I mean? Just great. Uh, he missed his tower. He jumped up and over the fucking tower. Huh? Your back legs was going too fast, huh? All right. Well, let's go down to Deadsville. Still got a bunch of the story to finish, which is fine. We're gonna still knock that out and the side quest. And then I think we're going to need to do, well, we're doing the scenario challenges now, so I ain't really going to be much of an issue, I don't think. Okay. We must myrtleize somebody with a vehicle. Oh, shit. Looking cool as hell. Mm. Wow, that was amazing. Yeah, we got to do drifts, and it looks kind of dumb when you just sit here and do it, but I think it's meant for you to drive the coupe and go out and do dumb shit and that kind of junk like that. But y'all see that? 4 items that fell from the sky? Huh. We got him, y'all. Bam. Get up, you punky bitch. Let's go. We must drift to celebrate. Yeah, we're almost there. 8 more. Oh. I know how to drive. I'm a pro. Oh, for the love of Jeebus. Come on. There. That's 20. You know, game got to be lying like that. You know what I mean? Like just getting fucking straight up shot like that, and it's like, oh, it's cool, it's cool. Blood away. All right, what do we need? Another 90 points. Deviated pedal plasma missiles. Plasma missile. I don't have plasma. Or can I have plasma? Or is that the upgraded version? And then that takes mass extra plasma. Yeah, I'm not doing all that. All right. What other bullshit can we do? Defeat an enemy petrified by the traffic light in hard mode in the securement side. Let's see. Do I have a Dr. Teddy? I have the plan. We got the plan now, y'all. We got the plan. We got it. We're hip. Uh, Okay. Go back where solid. Alright, you can get the hell out. You ain't doing shit. The star pollution's getting worse. Can we make it back to the base? Oh, hail to the yeah. Well, we're living like a badass. Mm-hmm. Alright. So we need to jump off somewhere. Hi. Help me, Dr. Teddy. Help me. Hey, PJ. Eating food, so lurking. All right, bud. I thought it said it was 90. It was only 80. No, we're 10 points away. All right. Blessed Pittsburgh. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hope everybody's having a good day. I've added in new emotes and some sounds for my board. So we have different ones.
What a good boy.
Yes.
I can do that. Yes, me lord. Nope.
What else do we have on here?
Growly.
Rowlith.
Growly. Growly. Growly.
Brah.
Lizard. 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 Lizard.
Nice.
Nice. Actually, I think that one I need to turn up.
Nice.
Even better. All right.
A few moments later.
A few moments later. The Among Us. No. Had all those.
Feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
Had that one last night. And then, like I said, there's more mods or emotes and junk like that for people to have fun with. Yeah, all that other good jazz. I need to go use the restroom. Be right back. All right, we're back. We have another strange door. Oh, we do need to go kill that thing. So, yeah, I guess we can go do. Y'all dumb as shit arguing about who's going to be on our dude. All right, let's see. Actually, I have a better idea. Yeah. Mayday. Mayday. Clearly, I was out of that AoE. All right. What am I doing wrong here? Or is this just going to be one of them drawn out fights? Because, well, I don't have the ass to do it. No, that ain't gonna work. We're gonna need to do it the other way, huh? We'll be back. We just need to get our the boom boom up. You know what I mean? We just need our KVD boom because apparently fucking shrapnel ain't doing it. Piece of shit. What I get for being lied to. Get up lied to. This is all just reduction. We shouldn't resist. I thought I had some starfall. Or wait, I gotta make it. 165 stream streak. Holy shit. Hey PJ, it's going, man. We're hurting a bit today, but that's because my fucking pain patch fell off in the middle of the night. Hey Seb, how we doing, bud? So I woke up in a bunch of fucking pain. I took my actual pain meds, and then put it on another patch, and then shot an email to my doctor going, "Hey, I'm on patch number 3. It's only been like 9 days. These patches are supposed to last a week. I need some advice on this, on what to do. Should I just, go, okay, well, it fell off. Fucking, do we just continue on? Or is this, is there another solution for this or something?" So I am waiting to hear back. That. So we'll see. And no, I haven't got. Yeah, they fold. You have to really see it, but um, just imagine a sticker, right? And it just gets squished and squished and squished the longer it's on the skin, and then it falls off. Um, and that's because skin moves and all that other good jazz. So I'm not sure how to correct that as far as moving forward. Um, putting an additional tape layer over it generally is not a good idea. So, not a clue. Not a clue. Fuck it. Whatever. I know what you mean, dude. Pandas use mentioned before. They only stuck on for compliance. Right. And this is something that I've told my doctors, going, hey, I've not had great success with patches in the past. I'm giving you guys a heads up. Like, I also added that into my my report. You going, hey, I have warned folks about this. It doesn't seem that you guys are paying attention to me, or the effect that this is having on me. I need you guys to do better than this. So we'll see. And I still haven't heard back from Daybreak ever since the last one I sent them, about them being fucking just, not giving me an actual solution. The things that I have tried, them not reading their fucking book, or not the book, but they, whatever you call it, their fucking tickets and, shit like that. So we'll see. Hopefully moving forward, they'll actually get their heads off their ass, but I highly doubt it. But one's helpful. One is helpful. Hold, resist, stealth boost. Hey dude, to ask the question. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Is it like an extra stone? No, so it's not lidocaine. It's, let me go grab it. I don't want to tell you the wrong name and then Now, buprenorphine. That's the name of the patch. And I'm sorry, Seb, I didn't see the message. But it's an opioid. And it's a very strong opioid. Like if they tell you to not use these patches on like small or incidental injuries, stuff that can be handled with like in-mouth analgesics. So that way you're not hissing away essentially the pain meds and then overdosing your patient. Very concerning for some strange reason, you know what I mean? Itch. Mm. The only difference between this one and it's all 36, 36. Looks like that's the absolute max then. 36. Cool. Mm. Sorry, getting them spasms. BBQ buttons. Increase the yield. Psh. Increase status. While airborne, status damage is doubled. Oh no, just get 15 while airborne. Doubles in the effect of the dream. Hey, thank you for the follow. How are we doing today? We're just working out what we're going to do for our gear, and I think we're going to do airborne with the stent. That'll add in another 15%. And then we will go with our... Okay. Yeah, relay. I am from Oklahoma, or at least that's where I'm currently. So yeah, that's where I'm from right now. How about yourself? Where are you from? Come on. I'm speed, huh? All right, we'll go with that. Poland. Holy hell. Well, welcome in, bud. So how do you say your name? Zaya? Am I butchering that completely? or am I just, you know what I mean? Just completely just butchering the shit out of it? Just
Bruh.
you know what I mean? Just brah. Like, how dare you butcher the name like that? It's too funny. Mm. All right, that should be all the pieces, right? Here. All right. Well, let's save this one. Shrapnel. Yes. Override. All right. Okay. Actually, that's not a half bad build. An idea to save it like that. So do the shrapnel and then do the P90 on the backside. You know. Well, since you're from Poland, and that would mean I'm from the United States to make it a comparable comparison. Why does this have accuracy all fucked up? Whatever. We're gonna go with it. Weak spot. I think it's momentum up. Well, you said you're from Poland, right? And that's a country, and I gave you a state. So, that would be like me telling you a city inside of America. If you're not well versed in it, it's, completely pointless. So, for me to go, oh, I'm from Oklahoma, you may or may not know where that's at. And I'm not naive enough to think that everybody in the world knows the layout of the United States of America. Just like I don't know Poland's layout as far as, where cities are, that kind of stuff like that. Katowice. Am I saying that right? Because if I'm not mistaken, what is it? Warsaw? That's the capital of Poland? Even Americans don't know the layout of the. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. All right. So you said you were in Katowice. Oh, okay. I've pulled up a map. Chechnya, Slovakia, Hungary, Austria is all right there. Only a couple hours from Germany. Or not even. I'd imagine. Probably what, 2 hours? I don't know. It's been God, last time I was in Germany. Oh, 07? 06? Like somewhere in there. It was like 06, 07 last time I was in Germany. And therefore near that area. All right, we'll go with momentum up. We are going to swap all of these over, and then we will go through them one by one. All right, let's see. Violent blaze amplifier. 3% plus the burn. Let's see. Do you play Once Human? Heck yeah, what server are you on? I'm on 262. Every day. Nice. An enemy. Nah. Reload. For every 5 bullets. Max bullet. Ain't gonna work. Okay. Go to Manibus. Oh, okay. Well, Novice and Manibus are the same thing. It just changes the difficulty. So, like, that one might be a bit easier to run around with, and the mobs don't hit as hard, that kind of junk like that. But Manibus and Novice Manibus, it's still the same thing. The enemies, again, might hit a little bit harder. What the hell did I have on this? What the hell? Nah, we'll just do bullet siphon. No, where's that? Where is it at? I created a new character in dev server. Oh, yeah, yeah. You're talking about the deviation capture one, right? Where it's like Pokemon or thereabout. Covered that we want to get. Take no damage, grants 100% ability, weapon, and status. That's the, or at least for this fight, we're going to use that because it ain't going to do us anything good the other way. All right, now we're going to go back. Yep. Like that. Now we're going to go back. Ah, shit. Now we're going to find them. They're not. They hid that shit too. Manibus, Cargo Conquest. Oh. Oh. All right. What the? Let's go back and see why or what going on here. Yeah, it's gone. Okay. So the event's over. Son of a bitch. Yeah, nothing for it. Go do some turn-ins. And we're just going to skip over the quest because they don't mean a damn thing. Like, even the story is not interesting. I don't know about y'all, but the Once Human actual, like, story, the lore behind it, it's really, really crappy, in my own personal opinion. Starfall happened, and for some way, somehow, these folks were able to survive for the last 20 years with the inability to not grow any food. And somehow, people are still alive and growing food. Doesn't make much sense. They haven't added on to or updated the story in 2 years. Well, yeah. I mean, it's just been a, crappy. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, the overall arc. Okay, they had a dimensional portal open and starfall happened to where items fell from the sky and, fucked up the world. Okay, that happened. Millions died or hundreds died, whatever was on the island here. And they died, and that's the end of it. Now they've become something like the deviations that we fight. But it doesn't explain how our gun, i.e., like your basic ass crossbow, is able to damage. Me, that I was hearing some shit. Sorry. Where they go in and somehow these people survive and they're all spread out into different areas. Like, it doesn't make sense. And then you have Rosetta somehow, you know what I mean? Like, they have survived and grown in influence and power and temperament, but nobody else is able to get off this island somehow. Or the other side of that, if they do get off the island, they're immediately like detained or they're, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any damn sense of what's going on, how, the who's, the what's it. Like, how does this crap work? How is it as a meta? What the fuck? Stop your whinging. Really? My bike is fine, y'all. Just need a little duct tape. That's all. Hello, sir. Come on. I can show you the world. Not even that. I just should have changed it. I still feel like I remember in the old quest where you're recovering these memories, like there's a log entry that hinted at NASCAR itself being an experimental for setup. That's completely changed now. Right, yes, I remember that exact log that you're talking about. How they were like, we are planning this, and the mayflies were going against it, and we put down the mayflies. Like, that was part of that story. And then, of course, they're running massive propaganda on the ew. Ew. You know what I mean? He's like, another one got infected in the oil fields. It's like, how do you not know that people are, you know what I mean, that wouldn't get infected? I thought you could measure the stardust. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any damn sense. And I really dislike that about this game. I really feel like they just kind of half-assed the story and was like, yeah, they won't care and they'll just go with it, and you know, nothing really comes of that. So the next map that I am heading off to is going to be Way of Winter. So that's the next one in progressionary change. So you have Manibus or Novice, but it's both classified as Manibus. And then you take that and you go to Way of Winter, and then the Endless Stream, if you want to talk about like the order of how things are to go. And then there's supposed to be the Isles of Madness. That's supposed to be the new one that isn't out yet. That is in beta. The new map, anyways. And I'm sure that's going to have a load of bullshit that's wrong with it, just like Way of Winter did, just like the Endless Stream did when they were all released. So I am not hopeful that it's going to be a good iteration. The unfortunate side effect is, and maybe I'm a bit jaded because of how, you know, they have dealt and fucked around with their player base. I wouldn't be surprised, genuinely, if they just go, well, the map's out, good luck, and then leave it to be, you know, just go, fuck it. That's how that's going to be. Just based off of their actions so far with how they deal with patching things, fixing issues in the game. And then the other side of that is the loot crates, right? They have a primary focus on sheer loot crates over content. And whenever you prioritize money over the content itself, both will suffer. And I personally do not understand why this is so fucking hard for gaming companies to really grasp. And maybe I just don't know enough about the industry to make an informed comment about this. But the way I see it is, if you love what you do and you do it well, people will follow suit with that because they resonate with the, hey, they worked hard on this. This is important to them. They put their heart and soul into this fucking game, and the game turned out well. And people, players, support that shit. Now, will you appease everybody? Of course not. It's never going to happen. It's just fucking people, for Christ's sake. But could you do a better job than this malarkey? Oh, yes, definitely so. Now, whether or not the game developer is going to do that, and they have shown on multiple occasions that they will not do that, I don't have any sympathy for. Why is my phone going off? There was a period where they pushed the PvP side of the game too with new scenarios, but I don't think people play Once Human for the PvP. And I would lean that you are right on that. There are some that do, but they did make that major push to bring folks over to that. And I think the problem with that is they didn't have a way to satisfy both PvP and PvPers, or PvEers. Yeah. Nature versus nurture. So, like, it's one of those 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other, and still too late for either. You know what I mean? Because they failed the basic ideas of it, of the, hey, we're going to listen to the player base. We're going to make sure this game is what the players want. And they were running into issues and more issues, even by the dumbassery things, like simple things like lag. network latency issues that they just weren't addressing. Or they had those 2 patches that they literally were the dev team. When I say the dev team was like, okay, we have addressed the lag issue, and it made it worse. So to me, that tells me, like, for one, they weren't testing. They just put it out there and said, yeah, that's going to be good enough. And then we lost a bunch of the player base because people literally could not fucking play because it was so laggy. And then they patched it again, saying, oh, sorry, this one's the real patch. Yeah, this is the one that's really going to do it. And it was even worse. So it's just like, okay, you guys are clearly not giving a damn about your players. You're not even caring about the game. And the other side of that is the company itself was, or is still, known for their mobile games that they cut off support and just go, thanks for the money, and then they leave. You know, so that's very problematic when you're trying to build a franchise and, you know, you have the dev team that's bitching that, oh, nobody's playing the game. And it's simply because the dev team's not putting out any new content. Exactly. After the last update, there were so many bugs. Exactly. That shows to me that they are either not doing quality control, right? They're not even checking what they're putting out. They're just putting it out there. Or they're going, yeah, we'll check on that afterward. We're going to see how it works for the player base. And we're going to let the gamers, we're going to let our player base test out our patches for us. So we don't have to pay somebody else to test it. And when you do shit like that, it causes your player base to go, I'm not a tester for you. Right? I'm not here to test out your game to make sure it works correctly. And that's a fair point for all players. Right? Unless you signed up for the beta or something along those lines, you shouldn't be testing out a build or a patch for somebody. First, I could heal myself in my bed. Then I couldn't see the electric furnace, and then the prime work. Couldn't see other players. Good God. And you know what that sounds like? That sounds like all latency issues. Right? It can't see everything because it's not loading it up quick enough for whatever reason, whether that's to reduce latency issues or to reduce graphic glitches as you look about, right? As your camera moves, right? It's loading. Now, everything that's behind the character is not loaded in. And Manibus gets bug, and we couldn't kill them at all. Oh, you talk about the Sovats or whatever they're fucking called, the black goo that will murder you and follow you forever and ever and ever. Amen. But you can't do anything to it. Is that the one you're talking about? That lovely piece of trash that I don't know what the hell the dev team was thinking when they put that bullshit into there. Like, yeah, we'll just throw that in there. Fuck them. It'll be good. And immediately got backlash, and it still took them months to patch it out. Like, it's just unacceptable. I swear it seems like it. The Ravenous. Oh, I'm talking about there is it stands about 2 people tall, right? So it's about 12 feet. And then it's made out of clear liquid for the outer skin, and then the inner skin is this black. And it almost looks like ferrofluid, if you know what that is. And they have no face. Yes. And they're attracted by sound, so they'll just chase you with sound, which is really, really cool. But at the same time, it's also a really pain in the ass because, you know, sound. But I digress. That's just one of those things that they added, which sounds like a cool little neat idea, except for you can't kill it, which doesn't make any sense to, well, anybody. You're telling me something like that cannot be killed, then how did it How hasn't it taken over the world yet? You know? One of them just little brain teasers there. All right, let's see. What else do we need? We need to go investigate some bullshit over here. So it's just one of those things to where it's just like, this doesn't make sense. Why are you guys doing that? Why won't you just put out a good product? Is it that hard? Or is it that you guys are half-assing this just enough so it's to maximize the profit? And I have problems with that just because corporate greed is bullshit. Oh, we got to help our, investors. And it's like, okay, no. See, like, who the fuck is rolling? Badass soldier merc guy with a bloody die. Like, what the shit? You know what I mean? Like, it don't make any damn sense. And then we can't even get into the other side of it of like the overhaul system that they did for crafting. Like, what the fuck was that about? Man. Man. Gravity Abyss is now open. Mayday. 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 Like a fucking glove. Leave me alone. My childhood bedroom or some bullshit? Guy. Just trying to get my loot. Yeah, okay. And we broke our spine on that. See, like, even targeting crap on the map shouldn't be that damn difficult. But that, for whatever reason, like, they make it harder than it has to be. Targeting systems have went to shit. Combining has went to shit. Like, it's just more junk. Emphasis on the junk part. So I decided to fix the client, and it turned out that the game was all on D drive and all of the C. But the patch downloaded C drive, and it was already full, so I had to change the settings to where it downloaded. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Well, at least you found it. You know what I mean? Dr. Teddy does not cure poison or pollution. Good to know. Damn crackheads. Let's go do some more questing. What a pain. Oh, speaking of, we're about to see one of those bullshits that I was just talking about. See what I mean? Like, didn't even have my bullets come out of the gun on that one. That's fucking brilliant. Oh, incoming ad break. We have multiple me's running around. Let's go. I dislike how the copies do not fire. You know, they don't even. One more crate. Oh wow, look at that. We can get some gravity crystals while we're up here. Yay, slang. I do like how they've increased the gliding speed. That's kind of nice. Grab this stupid thing. Well, just what I like missing. That's where there was a another like weapon crate or gear crate or something along. Why are you? You know what? We don't ask these questions. Now there's one down here. One inside here at like that interval. But let's grab that. Oops. What the hell? Maybe it was the other. There it is. Ah, I got that part. Okay. Bounce up. Take that. Bounce up again. And we're going to go inside this time. Do 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 do. Down the stairs we go. Do 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 do. Down the stairs we go. Wow, that was crazy. He says that. All right. All right. Come on. Take the bike. I'm tired of walking. Yep, sure can. You want to see? What build are you running? Damn it. Get off me. You know what I mean? Like, we can't even kill that damn thing. It's just dumb. Oh, it's my back to it. All right. Let me finish this one. I gotta take a piss. Damn, drink's been going through me today. Yep. All right, let's see. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you're doing swell today. Just kicking it with some once human. Ah, we got out of it. Oh no. That huge ass ventilation system for some damn reason. Let me get the hell out of that. I ain't trying to hear all that crazy. Ah. Oh, I think our guy's back. I've never taken down one of these yet. One of the. Yes. Yes. All right. Let's give it a good old college try here. Straight vertical, baby. Yeah. Woo. It was all electric up there. Or all the metal seems to be electric. Neato. All right, let's see if we got enough ass to kill this thing. Well, that's a bit better than what we were doing before. Oh, you cheap bitch. All right. Well, I don't have enough ass to do this one. It's level 80, man. I don't know many people that do, honestly. What the fuck? Dropped all my shit on the ground? That ain't cool game. Not cool at all. But that's all right. We're going to repair, and then we're going to go up to go do Foreskin Giant, and then we will go pick in Leah. Yeah, you need many people to do that. So put down one of those rescue bots if you ever looted one. You're talking about these? Go get my shit. Oh, fucking A. Oh! Well, I have never. Why they put that shit in there? Obviously, I've seen them, but all right, I'm gonna make some more ammo. Get a roof with this view? I think not, sir. Look at that. I can show you the world. See, look, it's just open, it's lovely, and right, we have a diving board. You know, you just want to dive off somewhere, ta-da. You have the means to do so. Oh. All right, let's see. Let's see. What are we going to need for this one? We're going to take the slime in. Get your ass up. Come on now. All right, how many do I got of what? Now, don't get me wrong. Like when this is, I have played this since the beginning of game coming out. So, like, I was there season one. I did all the building. I did it, made it look all pretty. I ran a shop out of mine. Generally, one of the more successful ones on the server that I would be on. And you know, we would have people all over the server come to me, and then I would hold like riddle events where I'd put out a riddle, and then you would have to come find me, and then players would get like a million EL, or they would get a the street light formula, or something else that was rare, or just Stardust, or you know, that kind of shit like that. and Seb and PJ and a lot of other folks really helped out a lot with doing stuff like that for the server as a whole. We had a lot of fun with that. But as the game has progressed, it seems like people have, I don't want to say like fallen away from that, but they just don't care anymore. Like they're just like, yeah, it's whatever. I don't need it because I have billions of EL now, and I have all of the things that I want, and it's stuff like that, which is great and helpful for all of those folks. But at the same point, you're trying to encourage the community to grow and have fun together and stuff like that, and it makes it very, 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 very fucking difficult. Because some folks just don't want to do like participation with one another, which is fine. But at the same point, it's also like, don't say anything negative about it if you're not going to participate because you're not a part of that, you know? Yeah. All right. Let's see. Are we done with? So let's make some living armor. We don't have any fucking Stardust swords? Wild. What the hell? Are we good? We good, fam? Mm, you know what I might need? That reminds me, I forgot it. But for our Goran lady / pain, all people you met once human. I met those through Once Human. So it's actually kind of funny. There was a bunch of different people that were in cliques, right? And they were going around, and I was organizing the Prime Wars. I think we were finally doing like the hard version of it where, it was either hard or nightmare. And I was bouncing from Discord to Discord, giving people instructions. Be like, okay, you're team A, you're going to be doing X, Y, and Z. Any questions? Okay. I need you guys here, here, and here. Can you do that? Yeah, okay, good. And then I jump that Discord and go to another Discord. And then I'd be like, okay, I need you guys to do X, Y, and Z. And they'd be like, okay. And so I was doing that, and that's how I met Gore, Pain, and Lady. Was through that. And then yeah, the rest is history. But yeah, a lot of folks I've met through Once Human. Garvel, met him through Once Human. You, right, Seb? You, PJ, Pain, the Pain, Score, Garvel, Thematic, Phoenix, like, met all of those guys through fucking Once Human. And then we played what, 5 or 6 scenarios back to back to back to back. Trying to recapture the power of 33. All right. Zara, do you want to see Leah first, or do you want to see the Forsaken Giant first? It doesn't matter to me. So let's see. Forsaken, but pro. All right. Oh no, whatever will I do? Not Forsaken. Get up. Heard your ass whipping is what I did here. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. Boots. We change. Ruthless Reaper. Quick comeback with heal. Place fire moment. All right. So now with this one, we're actually not even going to be using this build. We're going to go back to our shrapnel build, but not because it's shrapnel, but because it is crit. And that's what we want. Damn it. Isn't there a fast way to I can switch out deviants without having to go back home? I thought I could switch out deviants on the fly. Isn't there a way to do that? In your gear tab, top left. That's right. Deviant config. Replace with our 5/5 spring gem. You know what's hilarious is we probably won't even use the gel. The Forsaken Giants on Pro. All right. So one of the big things that you definitely want to do is you're going to start out with your basic food and drink. I prefer double jump and canned lunch meat just because it's easy, gives you a really good base. And then you can add in, like, I use the chef, so I get the two bonuses for eating and drinking. Now, I didn't make anything else for the other food slot, so fuck it, we don't need it. But what we are going to do is we're going to add in living armor. So that chlor armor, anytime we drop below 20% HP, we will get insta healed. Hopefully, it'll be enough to save our life. The other side of that is we're going to do aerial leap, so we can dash if we need to. Very useful skill. We're going to see about that here in a moment. Food and drink are metabolized, so we're filled up there. Don't need to worry about that aspect. Our other supplies are looking good. And just for shiggles, we're going to throw on a helmet. Just for fun. So the big thing that we're going to be using this round is the P90. So the P90 bypasses the defensive restrictions of that's right, the foreskin giant. So you can shoot him in his head. Oh, look, 20k damage. Oh no, not the foreskin giant. What's going to happen to him? Get off me like you with somebody. You don't want none of this. Come on, Gancho. Oh no! Are we going to live? Will we make it? I don't know! Oh shit, we won. Oh no! Ta-da! There you go. Pro, solo, foreskin giant. And there's folks that are even faster than that. Obviously, I was pissing around with taking care of the ads and crap like that. But you know, the other side of that is I've seen folks trounce that in under 10 seconds on pro with the same gun. They just have better mods and stuff like that. The gel did that so much. No, the gel is just a heal. It's just a heal. This comes out to heal me. So it takes away my pollution and it gives me a buff or a shield, so it protects me. And then my secondary gives me even more of a shield. So that's why I like using that. It helps prevent damage and that kind of crap. And then we can go over. Oh, we can't. Fine. Then we'll go over to Leah. But the gel is just for healing. That's all it does. It heals. It can give you a boost, but generally speaking, it's just healing. Get in. And then we'll head up to Leah. Now, if you want, I can walk you through the Forsaken Giant if you're having trouble with it. Like, I could explain the fight. If you need help with that, as far as like when to jump, how to jump, where to go, that kind of crap like that, I could show you all of that for the Forsaken Giant on Pro without much difficulty, honestly. I used to actually take folks through there and train them how to do the Forsaken Giant. And I had a blast doing it. Like when that first came out, like it was like second season, and the Forsaken Giant came out, and I was like, oh well, I'm taking people through. So if anybody wants to go, you know, I'll teach you how to do the Forsaken Giant, and I go over all of the mechanics. I go over the entire fight, and then we go inside and then kick the crap out of Forsaken Giant, or at least I go in there and kick the crap out of Forsaken Giant, and then the folks that were in there with me, there you go, defeat Mother Life 4 out of 4. I haven't done it this week, but the some folks have difficulty with it. Yeah. Let's start over. Leah's not much worse. Yeah, we'll go with slime. All right. Wow. All right. That not work. Ah, we're uncovered. That's why. Where is it? So now when I kill 2 enemies, it will reload my weapons. Which is what you want. At least in my opinion. When dealing with this weapon, the KVD Boom Boom especially, because it has such a long reload time, it is more beneficial, at least I think it's more beneficial to have it as a where you kill 2 enemies and it reloads the weapon. But Dr. Mannheim, what are you doing? Oh no! Not the might of evolution. Ah, get the hell off me like you did somebody. Alright, first thing we're going to do is get rid of the gas bag. Put him into bullseye mode. And then light him on fire. Okay, bullseye switching. Refresh. Do it again. I have a feeling I'm not hitting as hard as I used to for some strange reason. That's odd. Shoot his ball sack off. Damn it. Oh, and we're back to it. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Didn't have enough to ask to clear it. What I get for changing out my build. So dumb. It got stuck because it didn't know what the hell to do. Come on. All right, 2 out of 4. Wow. Wow. The big thing about doing Leah solo is you gotta have, or at least I feel that you gotta have an AoE weapon. You have to be able to control ads, and you gotta be able to reload on the fly somewhat rather quick. Yes. Oh, come the fuck on. Fuck me. You annoying bastards. Yay! 3 out of 4 down. we need. Okay, so Leah 1. First door. Break that. Get your loot. Okay. We'll put on a second one. And then we come through here. A little bit of this. Jump up here and pull out that grenade. All right. You prick. You didn't know? Oh, nice. Well, now we get to show you some shit. Okay. So now what you're supposed to do is stand into these and shoot this. But apparently it's fucking broke. All right. The other thing that you can do, if it's broke, is if you got double jump and you can ping it right, you can jump up there, but most of the time it's not worth the headache. So you could just do spring legs with it and get the loot, but the loot itself is really not worth a damn, So it's just one of those things like, is it really worth doing? In my opinion, no. But if you've never done it before, then yes. It could be worth doing. Will utilize you. Yeah. My God. Her mommy's such a bitch. Is that it? Do I not have anything else? Fuck me. Alright. Guess not. Alright. We'll fuck with the enemies though. We'll make it so that we bright as fuck. See that flash? The stun. So now, one of the big things that I always have to tell people about this fight is you gotta focus on the ads. Anything else, like, you're gonna get your butt whipped. This is not a timed event, like how Dr. Mannheim is, where you could be like, oh, I have to do so much damage to him within a certain time period, or it just resets. This is no such case. So when she does that move, it sends out an AoE at level. But the nice thing is, if you are below or above it, it doesn't hit you. All right. So take out those ads on that side, and as they show themselves. I love it when they burn to death. All right. First thing you're gonna do, you're gonna drop these guys. You're gonna be like, yeah, I don't like you. So you're gonna take out their legs. They don't need them. So, first thing we're going to do, hit fire to fire. Walk our happy little butt over here, and we're going to shoot it. It will die. Its soul goes into the bin, and then we can take out the two groups of ads. Our next round of disciples are in. Okay, so you want to do side by side, you know, that kind of junk like that as you run through this. Okay. The soul is in, soul is in. All right, this might suck a minute. There we got those done. And then I was going to say, where are the ads at? Yeah. Yeah, they are. And this is why it's so important to take out ads, because you will get overran. And not even in a nice way. Okay, now she's vulnerable. So what can we do? We're going to take our time in whooping her ass. We're going to move over onto this side of the racket. This will be the side of her other bullshit. And then her ads will spawn in this side. I think I'm missing more, and that's what's causing the drop in damage output. All right. Now, phase 2 is when she'll start teleporting around and being just a nuisance. She'll do a move where she'll fluff up like that, and that puts down an AoE poison. And then she'll do another one to where she acts like a ballerina. And that one sends out mortars. There you go. Look at that. I say it, she does it. Mm-hmm. Now, the problem with the mortars is that they don't land where they should sometimes. And it's because like they have a splash radius outside of what they classify as their normal range. So just because you see it on the ground and thinking you're outside of it doesn't mean that you are. Now, obviously, I got caught in that one because I was trying to do 4 different things at once. Hi there, welcome in. Hi. Give me a sec. What you doing, Angel Eyes? Damn it! Now, there are ways to prevent You're at work. Oh, hell, making that money. Mm-hmm. Now, the other thing you can do is throw those out, the little turrets. And what they'll do is they'll act like a person and it'll draw aggro from her, or it'll cause her to attack that instead of you. The ads will act the same way as well. So it can be a really useful skill to have moving forward. Thank you for the rose and the go popular, Angel Eye. That's so sweet of you. Back away, you heathen. Of course, black goo is bad for your health. Of course, there ain't nothing here. Damn it. So, when there's nothing that you can utilize around you, what you need to do is destroy it and then start over. So it'll generate another entity, or what they call spores. We're going to run out. I don't fucking do something. Come on. Hold on. I need to use the restroom. I'm sorry. Here, but. Okay, we're back. What the? Get that dumb shit out of here. We're gonna need to go back to repair. I don't have any of my repair tools on. Oh, never mind. Whatever then. We'll just meander through. Three more. Hey there, welcome in. Featherweight aerial. Okay. Yeah. You know, I wonder if we do, right, swap that out, but instead of the P90, we swap that for the KVD. And give that the good old college try. Locked up my deviant again. Okay, so now this is a different build. This is a crit build. Fucking missing. Notice the burning's nowhere near as intense. 6, 7K. Now we're down to less than 1,500. Burn it down, burn it down. Come on, game. Stop messing with the controls. All right. Now you're fucking dead. Bring your ass over here. Now you're fucking dead. All right. As we slowly wither away her damn life. So there's the mortars. Okay, slowly withering that life away. The other thing that I really dislike that they did to the game is that they made the controls sluggish. So before, when it first came out, like the game itself was very responsive. And I think they did that in response to the lack of controls or the latency issues. That would be my guess, or at least that's the only reason I can think of why they would have changed the the whole aspect of like control snappity, the rapidity, the whole responsiveness of it. And I don't understand why they did that, but maybe they had a really shitty reason for it. Probably cost too much money or something childish like that.
What's up, Kitty?
Hey, Sky, you gonna stay in chat longer than 3 minutes this time?
What?
Are you going to stay in chat longer than 3 minutes this time? The reason I'm asking is because the past couple of times that you've been in chat here, I go to ask you a question and then you go, "Oh, I'm leaving," and then you leave chat. So I am asking if you're going to stay in chat this time or if you're going to bounce out immediately like you have been doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay in chat line in 3 minutes this time. I just got a phone call. Just 1 second, Katie.
It's not. It's never as fast as you want it to be.
Sorry about that, Katie.
You good? No, I'm just wondering, man, because you come in and you bounce out, and you come in and you bounce out, which I really don't give a damn about. But it's the, you know, if you're going to be in here for 3 minutes or whatever, hey, great. But don't expect folks to be okay with that type of behavior.
Okay.
Because I mean, to me, when I ask you a question, you go, "All right, I'm leaving." Kind of rude.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Katie.
Well, I'm trying to figure out why. What's going on with you? You know, like, is there something that happened in the in the Discord that you don't like, or did somebody upset you?
It's not the Discord, Katie. It's just something that happened to me in real life.
All right, you want me to pause the stream and we can discuss it if you want?
It's okay. I'll talk about it right now. I just had a real life experience real recently, and
What kind of real life experience? I would hope they would all be real life experiences, but
yeah, I just freaked out real bad, man. Like really, really bad. It got bad.
I mean, you generally do.
I know, but this one was like real bad to the point I almost had to go back to the psych ward.
Mm. Well, has something changed? Are you not taking your meds? Or, what's going on here, bud? Because I'm concerned with your behavior. Like, your behavior is very, very concerning for me. And I want to make sure that my friend is okay. But at the same time, like, I'm also not going to take disrespect just because you're having a shitty day. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, Katie. I'll get back on track.
Well, it's not about you being back on track. There's obviously something that's going on. So we want to make sure that you get the help that you need for that. It's not about you just being in Discord and then jumping in and out. It's what's going on with you. Why the wishy-washy behavior? Like, you've never exhibited this behavior before, so it's new. Why? What is going on? Did something happen? Like, these things matter. And when we ask about it and you're just like, well, something happened. Okay. You're going to tell us what? You're going to let us in on the secret? Or is it going to be, we're just going to have to keep on guessing because you don't, want to discuss things, or you're in a mood about it? I don't know.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I basically lost my mind to the point where I forgot everything.
Okay. You've had that happen to you before.
Right, but it got so bad this time. I completely forgot everything and like ran away.
You left your home? Ran away?
Yep.
Oh, damn. Well, that's concerning. Put you in an ankle monitor.
Huh.
Sorry, I died. Yeah, 26.6 million damage. For whatever reason, I don't have enough ass to do this anymore. Is it the change of the build? No, but I was going to bring it up to you either way because, the behavior is concerning to me because you're breaking away from your support system.
Right, I know. It's just the whole experience just freaked me out real bad, and I'm just not myself, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying to make sure that you're all right, man, because I don't want to see anything bad happen to you or
Thanks,
anything
KJ.
like that. But at the same time, if you're not willing to, have that conversation, like there ain't much I can do about it.
Right. Just
Yeah,
the whole
well, so-
shock of the whole thing kind of threw me off.
hell yeah, PJ. Hopefully that works out for you, bud. The shock of it?
The aftermath of it kind of threw me off.
Okay, I'm going to ask the question. What is the aftermath of that?
Just the feeling I had, like the feeling I had, like after it happened, like, is this going to happen again? It
Probably.
Yeah, I know, but not to that extent. I meant.
Well, you were saying that about the first time that it happened. And you were like, this will never happen again. And it was like, well, it probably will, but you need to take the measures, right, and safeguards
Right.
that you, your father, your mother, your family have in place for you. So that way you don't, or at least minimize the chances of, well, self-harm for one, right? While you're in your
Right.
confusion state, we don't need you to harm yourself. Don't need you to be leaving the house and go unaccounted for. That's just dangerous and is not going to help, right? So that's a
Yeah.
concern. So
Thank God I didn't go for self-harm. I didn't go anywhere near that shit.
that's good. But the question is, what was the trigger, right? This is where the reflection comes back in to where you have to go, okay, how, what, why? Because those questions matter. What set
Right.
you off? Why did it set you off? What was the cause of the setting off? Like, what caused? Did you forget to take your meds? Did you, not do one of your guided, things that you need to do to help maintain, right, your disease?
No.
You
Trust
know,
me, you're not the only one who thinks I'm off. My dad thinks I'm way off.
well, your behavior would suggest that something's changed and dramatically changed at that. Like, has there been any recent school shootings that you've been a part of? Any major deaths in the family? Car accidents? Experienced trauma? Outside of your interpretation of current events. Like, were you a part of car accident that flipped over and, really shook you up? Because if that's the case, then you could look at that and go, okay, this is a trauma response. Okay, we know that he went through X, Y, and Z the past couple of days, and that's why he's a bit off. But this has been like weeks ongoing. So that's why it's, a bit of a concern.
I have no clue what the trigger was.
Okay.
No fucking clue.
They put a map on this bitch? Since when? Oh, Lord. All right. Looks like I can't solo it anymore. Sorry, Zaya. This kind of sucks. So, what are you getting into, Sky? Are you playing WoW again?
Yep.
You playing it with good folks or asshole?
Well, no one right now, but good folks, I guess.
Well, I meant like those Canadian dicks, because every time you seem to get around those guys, it all goes tits up. Not in a good way. Your mod gear should. I swapped, so I split the difference. I was going to use the KVD as the AOE, right? Control for the room, and then the SOCOR for direct fire focus. But I'm going back to what I was saying before, man. It feels slow. Like the shooting feels slow. The output damage all feels slow, and I don't get it. I don't understand. When shrapnel hits a weak spot, automatically refill one bullet film. Maybe shrapnel for each part. You know, it's 12 in one hand, half dozen in the other. And then if we go back to like the classic stuff, I'm not sure if any of this is going to be much better, you know what I mean? Like, or any better for the actual like tier build up and oh, wrong one. Full time, double bomb. Shrap. Damage against the lead enemies, great ones. But the shrapnel that I have, or the bonus mods that I have for the shrapnel build, is absolutely dog shit compared to, you know, obviously what I have for fire, because fires was my go-to. But I don't know. And 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other kind of deal. Like that's what it really feels like. And then the other side of that, if I go like bomber or full side, fast gunner, like I'm going to be at such a HP deficit that I don't think that's going to work out. I don't know. I guess part of it is they've changed it, and I haven't been keeping up with it. Oh, well. And I don't know about you, but I haven't gotten a single good fucking upgrade for any of my mods since I've been playing again. Like everyone that I've come across so far has been less than 12. I haven't seen anything higher than that. That's one whole ass season, you know what I mean? It's very hard to get anything over 14. Shit, apparently it's very hard to get anything over 12. Makes people realize how good the old system was with the RNG stats. Yeah, it was more consistent with the drops. This is just one of their, we're going to keep on building this up, and then cut the damn legs out of it. I don't get that fucking big. Again, this goes back to what I was talking about before, how the dev team really doesn't seem to give two flying fucks about the staff or about the player base. And that's really concerning, I do feel like the mod changed because people, of course it was. Or that was their original plan to go and do from the beginning, but they didn't have the system in place yet. And more for stuff so you keep playing. People hate the RNG and the grinding, but and then it makes you grind even more. Yeah, exactly. It makes you grind even more and pushes more players away. So I'm wondering if that was more intentional. Of all right, well, now that they're getting good at this or figuring out how to farm more efficiently, because that's the other side of that. Is see this dumb shit. You can claim this bitch after fucking 5 seconds of just sitting here. Why? I'm not reading over your dumb fucking rules. You know? Like, it ain't going to tell you how to defeat them. They're going to say, hey, there's some extra shit that we've added in here. And you can trade these if you really want to, but, they're kind of crap. And I feel like people wanted to stay and grind, but they were 100% doing the opposite. Well, and the other side of that is the um the seasons, right? The seasons themselves force you to, I don't want to say necessarily stop what you're doing, but it really cuts back on your interaction with other people because other people are leaving the server. They're just going to be like, all right, well, server's up, time to dip, and they fucking bounce. And then they go off into the next thing. And if you're, trying to farm, obviously that's going to be more difficult to do. I don't know. I feel like the devs have really kind of bitch slapped this game into the dirt. And it's not looking good for longevity. I mean, realistically, I don't fucking see it. Uh-oh. We have that the lovely Angel Eye? No. I don't think the season thing was a bad concept originally, but they never incentivized grouping up for stuff as the game went on. No, and they did. They if anything, they pushed it more towards the soloing. Yeah, because it was more efficient, or the rewards were better. Which I don't know. I feel that's kind of dumb. I don't know. Maybe they'll. I was going to say maybe they'll get their head out of their ass, but at this point, that's a fucking pipe dream. All right. 2.5 hours. All right, we are going to take a break. I am going to go and get me some food. And then after I eat, then we'll come back and we'll kick in some more Once Human. Unless somebody has another game that they'd prefer to see or play. Yeah. That's when you do content with groups. There are 3 more enemies making fights longer than doing it solo. Yeah, and you're definitely right on that, PJ. Like that's definitely one of the problems with grouping is the I don't want to say the gear up, but the ramping up of the difficulties. Right. There it is. You said it perfectly, Seb. The enemies would scale, but the rewards wouldn't. And you could be in there with, 4 people just laying waste to it, and they're, not taking any damage because the effectiveness of the group for the scale up is not good enough. And they need the items that drop at the end of that dungeon, but they can't get it because they can't destroy it all. And it's 6 one hand, half dozen the other. Do what? Did you say something, Sky?
Oh no, I was just talking to myself. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you good? Yeah. So that's kind of a pain in the butt. But I'm starving here, so let me go get me something to eat. I didn't lay anything out for dinner like a dumbass, so I'm just gonna go run to the store or whatever. Go hit up a Burger King or fast food joint or some shit like that. Grab me some food. And then we'll come back and start cooking. I need to go grocery shopping. I've just been too lazy to get that done. My back's been fucking killing that. So yeah. So all right, we'll kick it back here in about half an hour, 45 minutes, somewhere in there, and then we'll kick more at this. So until then, please take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll see y'all when we get back.